The downside to being really
Is the server
tactical
crashed?
is... No, not for me. Just rejoin, I guess.
Okay.
If HLTV just cuts out, you can usually just rejoin. I mean, from what we saw on CT side, all these M5 guys started to get in their groove on CT. They're all hitting really nice shots besides that last round. That last round was like pretty bad by like 3 guys. They just all sprayed like 30 bullets from their Colt and ended up like having a USP battle at the end and losing it to the AK. But besides that last round, they're all hitting really nice shots and making really nice plays.
I think the key round was the round where FX basically split from Pop Dog, Ladder, and Middle. And the way they came out, they killed the first guy who was looking to the left. I'm not sure, was that Edic or something? Whoever died there basically left Dozier like 1-on-3 or 1-on-4, but like people from either side. So he had to like just go all out for it. And the problem was Romshka couldn't just push up and help him because he had to wonder if someone was still going to come out of Valley. So if that first guy even just doesn't die, like just stays alive with any health whatsoever, at least Dozier would only have to have looked towards the middle and he could have kept firing out, whereas otherwise he was too worried that people could be coming behind him any second. He had to just go for all the kills immediately.
Yeah.
And he was like clearly their best player on that side of the map to me.
I mean, it was unfortunate that the guy that came out team mid actually jumped across to the corner, because if he just walked out or tried to take the straight peek on Dozier, I think he would have killed him and he could have got 2 before he died, leaving in AGAiN in a little bit better spot, but it just ended up him getting 1 kill and then switching to a USP and dying. Alright, I think the pistol round's underway right now. M5 starting CT side, game pending. It's always the favorite.
Did they do the knife round?
I don't think they did a knife round last time, did they?
I don't think they've done it yet.
Yeah, I think it might just be...
Maybe they just decided then, yeah.
I think the servers, the HLTV is like reconnecting or something. I'm rejoining. Did yours restart?
It says like establishing network connection. I think it's just they've rebooted the HLTV, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, they're shooting each other, so it's going to get restarted.
Alright, so this is going live, I guess. But yeah, I think M5's strongest suit to play versus FX right now is just to be really aggressive on the ramp room and the hut, because FX does like to work a couple guys outside, so if they can kill those guys that like to work ramp and pick out of inner, they'll really have a pretty good advantage here. Alright, so we got Neo and a couple of his teammates going towards ramp. I think Cuban went to spot outside, got spotted and ran away. Looks like they're probably going to end up hitting ramp.
Which is going to be bad for M5 because they've got 2 guys up rafters.
Yeah, looks like they're going out ramp right now. So, that's
and
really...
Dozier is stuck in the middle of the rafter thing.
The good thing for M5 is they didn't... FX
Pasha
is
is
going
just
back
waiting around the corner, but he gets gate immediately. And they're going to go back up, it looks like.
Edic getting caught out in the open. I mean, Lord right now is making a decent play, but...
Really low health for some of the M5 players, though.
I think they know that Lord is lurked up. That's a huge kill by Lord. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Well, they have 27 combined health for the rest of the M5 players at the moment. So they can't even drop.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate round.
Yeah,
I mean,
can't win the round.
it was a smart move by FX. Like, they were about to get 4 guys charging down from ladder to rush them down at ramp. I think the move to go back in inner was the right one. Whoever died to Lord really failed, though. I mean, I heard the bullet shooting. I don't know if what exactly happened over there, but Lord had 50 HP, and I heard a guy shoot like 20 bullets at him, and he had like 20 at the end of the battle. Looks like M5 bought Deagles.
Sounds like you're describing like the Kennedy assassination or something. It was just a blur. I heard bullets firing and then he was down.
Like, I don't exactly understand why AGAiN is where he was when he died. Like, if you look at his body outside, he's just gonna fight from that far with a deagle.
Edic is flanking, but he gets spotted.
Looks like
He actually nades onto someone there.
Posh actually just flanked in there right now. Yeah, so that's just going to be another eco round coming up for FX, which should be a full USB save. I mean, as much as M5 likes buying deagles, I don't think it's the best idea to do it versus a team like FX. Looks like the M5 is just setting up for a standard just nade stack ramp. Looks like it might actually get one or two of them if they come up. Taz is just holding from ramp right now, but it looks like they do plan on going towards there from the setup. They're holding.
If Edic actually waits until they engage at the end of the ramp, then he'd have a chance to move out, but he gets killed anyway and they're hot by Pasha.
Nade's hit Taz to 17.
And they're back up the ladder. They'd probably been better off letting FX like move more into the site before they showed there.
Yeah. It's best to try and catch that bomb planter going up. I mean, obviously you can't always tell, but... First gun round coming up. M5 is going to really want to do something a little bit different than just playing standard, I think, this round. FX is sticking to their standard.
Two guys outside for M5 at the moment. And Pasha, as usual, is out there, but he's actually behind Mini.
Yeah, FX are taking this round a little bit slower than they did in the other matches. They're spamming a bit more. Maybe they learned from the other match.
This is actually a good setup, because if Romshka and whoever's up on the catwalk communicate, they can catch Pasha out, and then that's like one kill for free. Romshka takes Neo out on the rock there.
He got a kill on Neo. Neo did manage to hit him to 17 before he died, so... wasn't all bad. Pasha at 55 too, though.
FX getting ready to flash Hopper. Zek rushing into the hut, kills one with ease, doesn't even take a bullet back. I don't know if he saw that the bomb came out of that guy though. Cuban with 26, may as well just hide.
Fox is on the hunt right now. He's got to know he's probably around that roof area.
They actually let him get back inside the lobby there. So I'm pretty sure he didn't even tell them that he was on the roof.
I think they might be trying to kill him when the time runs out. I don't know what Dosi is doing. Should push through.
Some teams are just strange about communication like that. Like, oh well, we're going to win anyway, so I won't bother saying anything about that.
I mean, I really think I understand why they didn't charge him, because they don't want to, you know, give Cuban a bunch of kills and break their money, but... Looks like FX is going to do some sort of inner rush this round. Maybe a fake towards round.
This nade's going to be quite effective doing hot, I think. Taz 34 health. Pasha 65. Everyone pretty much damaged on FX.
FX just seems to be taking it slow. Yeah, it looks like they're going to probably try to end up splitting inner with the time they have, but they're not going to have a lot of time to move back and hit these spots.
Pushing ramp now.
Really questionable play by Dosia right there.
Taz up the ladder.
Roman actually can get caught in a really bad spot here. He needs to get this kill on the guy top ladder.
Luckily it's the last place that Taz will see, so he has a chance, but he doesn't get the kill. I mean, this is like... That's FX's speciality, is working with those scenarios where you're either even men like 3v3 or you're one man down like 2v3. That's like their speciality, is working out of those and still winning the round.
Yeah, I mean, M5 really could have been set up a bit better for that, but, I mean, AGAiN just missed Taz top ladder. If he got that kill, I think the round would have turned out a lot differently.
And then Dosia dies anyway, kind of pointlessly.
Yeah, I think M5 should still be able to buy this round, though. They saved 5 guns on the round previous, yeah. So it's not all bad for them. I definitely think M5's got to make sure they don't over-rotate versus FX, because that's basically what they've been making them do on all these rounds they've won. The pistol round and that gun round that they just won.
It's interesting that they are doing this 2 ramp, 2 outside, 1 inside, and yet FX haven't like hard upper rushed yet.
They're actually playing a lot different on T-side than they did in the show match. Maybe they were saving strats, I don't know.
Because any second Fox is going to meet someone. And now Edic is going to see the guy on top of Mini, rips him. He knows there's someone at the red box.
Zach's going really aggressive at Mini.
Nice kill by Pasha.
Those are the classic plays that you see M5 players make that just make you wonder if it was the right decision.
But the thing is, Cuban's actually only just got to Mini and he's the one with the bomb. And Edic has rotated around, he's going to come in the hut.
Huge kill by Dosia.
This is a good chance to win the round if he hurries up actually, Edic out of the hut.
Gets spotted by a guy, Squeaky area.
Dosia is going to go up ladder, so they're still in decent position except that happens and now Dosia has 37 to drop. If that actually flashed him there, that's so crazy that he wouldn't turn away. See, this is where these teams actually seem like inverted mirrors of each other, because on one hand, FX is just so good at working with low numbers and with like the worst rifles, and yet the M5 players can have more numbers rather, and the best rifles, and they can still throw away rounds, like seemingly through lack of team play, lack of communication.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I said, that I think that M5 needs to play a little bit more aggressive on the making things happen earlier in the round, just because that's what they did versus MTW to get all the rounds they got, but they try to take their aggressive battles by themselves. Like, Zex just charged out of Mini by himself versus 2 guys outside and just got taken out. Like, those type of kills you can't just let them happen mid-round.
And I do think that FX plays a little more passive when they play versus M5 than they do versus other teams. Wow, 2 great USP kills there though. And now they're going to get some guns if they hurry up.
Oh, that's a really good eco round. If they win this round, they might actually be able to...
So See, that's a good
money.
example of why if you're M5, you don't have to buy deagles all the time. Like if you really got